How are you doing? It's Wednesday, Loendi Live. So today I'm going to talk about the 7 habits of highly effective people. And I want to talk about how to prioritize. Because you all want to start your own business, isn't it? Now, starting your own business sounds very nice. It sounds very good, and it is very good. But we have to be committed. We have to know what we want to do. So I thought the best way of starting your own business, is by talking about what do you need before you can start your business. Again, I have my little notes. So let's see why I'm doing this. I found myself waking up in the morning and thinking I have to do work. Okay, did I plan really what I want to do? How I want to do it? Okay, I will check emails. And then I get distracted. I start answering people, and this one wants this, and this one needs this, and I'm sending that to all. And what happens? 2 hours later, I think, oh, I have to work. On what do I work? Okay, maybe I'll say I'll finish the project I started yesterday. No specific goals, no specific plans. I need to finish it. Without a clear plan, I do not focus on completing my project. And then later, I leave the project and say, okay, let's do it tomorrow. And so on and so on. I think some of you knows how this works. And this is what we are used to if we don't organize ourselves and prioritize ourselves. So I found this book, 7 Habits of Effective People. And since I read the book and thought of what is this person telling me, it was like, organize yourself. Most of the things is about mindset, not about getting up early, starting to do things, drink more water, do all those type of things. No, mindset. How do I think about my business? Do I treat it as a real business, or do I treat it as just a hobby, and then I'm not committed and I don't do what it takes? So today we start with assessment. We're going to assess ourselves. Look at everything you do. How much time do you spend on different tasks? You can be a mom with kids. You may have a full-time job. You might have a hobby you like doing. There's family tasks. There's home. What time will you have for your business? This is very important, as you have to be committed. So I decided I'll make you some templates that I will leave below this video when I'm finished, to help you prioritize your tasks, your roles, and how you can start your business and know exactly how much time you will spend on your business. So we have to understand what is our priorities. Let me just find my little note. Okay, different roles in your life. What is the different roles that you have? You may be mom. You may be the family housekeeper as the mom. You may be a teacher as your job. You can be an artist. You can be anything, a dentist. And then a wife, a partner, a friend, or a business owner, as you're going to do your own business. Or you may be part of a committee. So you're a committee member, maybe even the chair. What are your roles that you have to prepare for? So what I thought, if we look at the different roles, anyway, I have a template where you can write down what is your role as a mom. What's expected of you? What is your tasks that you have to do? You have to look after the kids. You have to make sure they're safe. You have to look after the house, keeping everybody in place, making sure there's food on the table. And I'm a mom of 4 kids. I know how it goes when you have a busy life, plus you have a job. And that also takes some of your time. So, especially with your business, We need dedication and commitment. So to plan priorities in life, you must take note of your different roles. So first, you will write down what is your different roles. You don't have to be super specific about your roles. General objectives, not too strict. Each child will work 1 hour a day, or each child will sit in front of the TV for 30 minutes only. No, make it general. Just general. We don't have to go into specific goals and not so strict. Now, once you have all your roles set up, the next thing that I have a template for you is the important urgent matrix. And this is the 4 quadrants that you will find in the template. And here you will say what is important and what is urgent from the roles or from the task that you do. What is not so important but still urgent. And then lastly, what is important and not urgent that can wait for later. And then the last one, not important, not urgent. And this is usually our time wasters. And I found when I started doing this, I have quite a lot of time wasters that I never thought of. But I think when you start this, you will wonder, what is my task? What must I do? How can I write it down? I don't really know. But take the time and plan and think of what you want to do in each area and try to work on the matrix. This will give you a good idea of how much time you have to use for your business. Brainstorming with yourself. Write down which days are your most busy days. Which days are you most important days that you have a lot of things you want to do. So once you looked at all your goals and your roles, it's time to check in which of the 4 quadrants it fits. And as I mentioned, make sure that you put it in the right area, because planning ahead after this is very important. Now, once we've finished with this quadrants, I have one thing that I also have a template for, and this is to write down how you're going to plan your week. I found most people say plan ahead, plan ahead. Plan a week. A week is a unit, starting on Monday, finishing on Sunday. And I have 2 things that I do. I have my Google Calendar, where I have all my appointments, all my messages, all my calls that I have to do. Everything that's important is in my Google Calendar. So once you have your Google Calendar, you know it's on your phone, it's on your computer, and you can't miss your appointments. But when I start planning for my week, I also have a template down here that you can download once we're finished with this video. Once I plan for the week, I look at my Google Calendar and I put all my weekly appointments in my weekly planner. Then the week, I only look at my weekly planner because I know everything I need to do is in that. So I've learned, keep it simple. Don't use all these different tools people are giving you. It makes it very difficult to get to know each one and to work with different ones. I found having Google Calendar and having your weekly planner is the 2 things that I can get around with. As I mentioned, you copy your appointments from your monthly calendar onto your weekly calendar. If something comes up during the week that needs to be on your monthly calendar, I put it anyway in my weekly calendar, but just to make sure, I also add it to my monthly calendar. But I don't look at my monthly calendar, only my weekly calendar. So this is what you have to do. Then you write all your tasks. As I said, not too specific, but I have to pick up the kids. I have to go to the grocery store. I have to plan something. The committee needs an agenda. So any of those tasks you can write down. Then next, I found it's much simpler, as I said, to have only these 2. Now, After I finished with this, if I know I have a very busy day, then I make an agenda. My normal days, that's not too busy, that I have some time. But if I have a busy day with lots of things to do, I make an agenda. I start at 7 or 8, whenever my day starts, and I write down everything to make sure I get through the day, and by the end of the day, I didn't miss any appointment or any of my tasks for the day. It gives me structure and it gives me a goal on how can I reach the end of the day and feel good about what I did. I have that as well as a template for you. Now I hope this is just short and sweet, but before we can start planning for our business, we need to know how much time will we have. And that's why you need to know exactly, do I have 6 hours a week, 5 hours a week, 1 hour a day, or 2 hours on one day, and some days no hours? Because you have to stay committed to your business. Remember, it's not a hobby. It's not just, so by the way, it's a sideline. It's going to be your business for future. So you have to treat it like a real business and you the boss. So the other thing that I did when I started, it was quite difficult. Getting to do the things and planning was tough. But then I also made myself rewards. I have my goals, you set up your goals, and then I had rewards. Because as the boss, I have to reward myself if I did well, isn't it? And this is what I did. So I reward myself if I completed things for the week as I planned. Now, every week I start on Monday and plan the week ahead. Make sure that you write everything in your weekly planner. Once you have your planner done, that's it. You don't change, you don't add things except if it's appointments or something that's important. But once you planned, this is where you're going to use your goal setting, using your time, and make sure that you make time for everything that's important in your life. Your family needs you, your house maybe, your job needs you, and your business is the most important because this is what will be your future. So if this video is done, you can also go to my YouTube channel. I will add the link below where I will also have this video, and from Google Docs you can download the templates that I just discussed. So thank you for listening and thank you for supporting. Next week I will talk about a successful environment. What do you need to make sure that your environment is set up for success and you will make it to the top of the hill with your business? Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you next Wednesday at 7.